Hi guys, it's Ankita. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about all the books that I bought on my trip to the UK. So let's start with the first one. The first one is Our Evenings by Alan Hollinghurst. I've never read this author. He's a winner of the Booker Prize. I first heard about this book on Eric's channel, and I do trust his taste in literature, and I'm trying to get into contemporary literary fiction. I usually tend to read more classics or dated books. I discover authors after they have passed away. It can't be helped if the author was born 100 years ago or in another century, but contemporary authors, I do want to support them. I do want to read their books and get more into contemporary literary fiction. So this is my attempt at doing that. Also, the premise of this book sounded really interesting. It's set in London, and you follow a boy named Dave. Dave goes to a boarding school, and there he meets his contemporary Gillis. Both of these boys, we follow them. Dave goes on to become an actor. Gillis becomes a really powerful politician, and we follow Dave for a decade, and we get to know him as a boy, and then as a student, and then his love affairs and his struggles as an actor. And it's a story of class, it's a story of race, it's a story about a young man trying to make it as an actor in London. It sounds like a story that I will like, and I love the cover of this book. It's also a signed copy. Alan is a new to me author, so hopefully I will like this book, and I will then get to read more of his work and explore more of his works. So yeah, this is the first book that I bought. Next up is The Bee Sting by Paul Murray. Now, this one has been on my radar for a very long time, ever since the hardback came out. I was desperately waiting for the paperback, and then I never got around to buying it. And then I moved here to North America, and I was really disappointed because the paperback cover here is a bit different to the UK cover. So this time when I went there, I was very lucky to find this book at a charity shop. So I got it for really cheap. It is well loved, but again, we love well loved books in this space. And yeah, I love the yellow cover in the black, and there's like a little bee over here. The Bee Sting is a family saga where we follow this family who goes from riches to rags, who's basically struggling financially. There are some marital problems in the family. The children are struggling, it's just an everyday story. I hope this will be kind of relatable. Also, it's said to be entertaining, funny, and sad at the same time. Though on my channel, I posted a poll recently. I'm gonna do a read along in Jan and Feb. And I posted two books. So the first one was Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. And the second one was this one. There's only been one vote on it, and someone voted for this book. So I think this is going to be the book that we're going to read in Jan or Feb, unless Crime and Punishment gets 2 votes or more. We'll see. As of now, this one is the contender. Let me know in the comments down below if you are interested in reading The Bee Sting. Next up, I had to buy a Joyce Carol Oates books. I recently discovered her. The first book I read by her was First Love. I reviewed it on this channel. I went on to read a second book by her, and I will review it pretty soon on my channel. I want to read all of her work because I found her work to be really raw. She is a very daring author. She doesn't hold back on showing us some of the terrifying sides of human nature. And I love that she experiments with language, and it takes a lot of skill to do that, and it works. It has worked for the 2 books that I've read so far, and I absolutely wanted to get another one by her. So I got Cardiff by the Sea. I absolutely love the cover of this one. It's actually a photograph by Richard Tussman. Anyway, I love it. Cardiff by the Sea is a collection of 4 novellas Each novella follows a woman, and it just seems like a book that I will enjoy. But I'm looking for that my favorite Oates novel, and I kind of have a feeling that this is gonna be it. We'll see. Next up is a book that I have been seeing for a very long time as well, and that is Good Material by Dolly Alderton. Again, I want to read something that's kind of light and also contemporary. I don't think this is going to be light, but it's going to be insightful. But it's about we follow a stand-up comedian who's kind of struggling, whose relationship is crumbling, and he is really trying to learn about it. And that's all I know about this book. I have a feeling that I will like this, but I don't know if it's going to be my favorite book or not. But I do love the cover. There are other books this author has written, again, just in the search of finding new to me authors that I hopefully will like. So we'll give Dolly Alderton a try sometime next year. So not long ago on my channel, I said that I do want to read more books by Susanna Kiersley. I read The Rose Garden by her last year. But this year, 2024. It's still in 2024. I read this one in March. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. A gentle time travel romance is how I would describe it. Well researched. Not too heavy on historical details, but still enough to keep you interested in the story. I meant to get her The King's Messenger, but I couldn't find a paperback because it's not out yet. So instead, I got Mariana, and this is a story of a woman who moves into a 16th century farmhouse. And as she's settling into her new place, she learns about a woman who used to live there 300 years ago, and that's Mariana. And I believe this is a time travel romance. Again, with Susanna Kiersley, I think she writes really gentle, lovely romance, which I would highly recommend. So I am really, really looking forward to reading this. I also love the book cover a lot. Absolutely love it. Okay, next one is Matilda by Roald Dahl. Look at this copy. This is a Penguin edition that I think recently came out. And I love the illustrations are by Quentin Blake. The font size is absolutely a delight. I can relate to Matilda. Matilda is a book lover. She is the first book lover I think I came across in books. And I absolutely love this story. It is so close to my heart. Even though I've read this book, I've always borrowed it from the library, so I've never had a chance to have my own copy, pull it off the shelf, just kind of annotate it or anything. I've never had a chance to do that, and I love doing that, especially books that I really love. So I am looking forward to reading this once again. Next up, I have two books in a series that I started reading. I read the first book in the series, I believe in October, and I liked it. It was good. I can talk more about it when I review the book. The parts of it that I do loved, and that was like the coziness. The author is really good at writing cozy settings. So you might recognize this book. It's all over TikTok. It's all over BookTube and Book Talk, whatever. It's the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. It's the second book in the Dream Harbor series. A story about Hazel, who runs the bookstore, and then a fisherman who's a player, and it's their story. I love this town. I think this author writes really good cozy romance minus the smut, which I hope there's not that in this, because it's really off-putting when a cozy book turns into horrible smut. The Christmas Tree Farm is the second book. I thought this would be great to read in December. This is again another story set in the same Dream Harbor town. I love the cover. Look at the dog on the cover. Such a cutie pie with his bow tie. Anyway, so those are the two books that I got. There's another Christmas book that I got, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is by Sarah Rash. I was totally drawn by the book cover. I think it's the cutest book cover, but then when I read on the back that it's the story of Prince of Christmas, and the Prince of Christmas and Prince of Halloween, I was blown away. I was like, I want to read this. This is gonna be super cute. and I think on page 90, and it's fun so far, but I can't say how this is going to end because sometimes these books start out really great and then they have a horrible ending. But once I finish this, I'll review on my channel. But so far it's awesome and I love the cover. And the last book that I have is actually a really tiny book, and that is Quotable Shakespeare. I really did not need to buy this book. I bought it more as a memento because I visited Shakespeare's birthplace, his town, last week, and I wanted to buy at least something from there. So I got this one. It's just a book of Shakespeare quotes by Shakespeare from Shakespeare's plays, and it's put together by Max Morris. And let me tell you, my trip to Stratford-upon-Avon was fantastic. If you are a literature fan, if you love Shakespeare, I would highly recommend going to Stratford-upon-Avon. One day is enough to cover all of the touristy places, but if you just want to relax, you can, go for a couple of days. But I would recommend it. It was fun. So those are all the books that I bought, and let me know in the comments down below if you have read any book, if you found any book interesting, and do let me know about the Peace Day if you would be interested to read that in Feb 2025. I've stretched it over 2 months because it is a chunky book, and I am not the fastest of the readers. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye.